Keys Job Center is the largest provider of comprehensive employment services in Kingston and its surrounding region. While the initial goal was to help those seeking employment, Keys is now the largest provider of services to newcomers in the region.
Keys' mission has evolved over the years. We began as a youth employment center, but today we serve multiple populations in the area of both employment and newcomer services. Our mission is to build community, and we build community in those specific areas. The early 1980s, youth unemployment in Kingston and Ontario was hovering around 20%. In the Kingston community, the John Howard Society took the lead in partnership with groups such as the City of Kingston, the local school boards, to create an entity in this community to deal with the issue of youth unemployment. Keys was created in April 1983, and I was asked to lead this organization. So on April 1st, 1983, we started with 3 staff here in Kingston, and today we have between 90 and 100 staff.
I was working for a company called Byway when I was approached by Jillian Waters, who was a job developer at the time, and she was promoting the new Futures program.
My favorite program of all time at Keys was the Futures program. And this was a program for youth where some could get a full-time job that was subsidized. Students could get a 16-week job placement. We would help arrange it for them, and it helped them get their foot in the door. And it helped them deal with that challenge is, I can't get a job because I don't have experience, and I can't get experience because I don't have a job.
Keys was very keen on hiring youth and giving them an opportunity within the organization. So not only helping young people out in the community find work elsewhere, but also bringing youth into our organization and training them to be peer support and/or going on into professional level.
The 1990s started with a recession, which kicked off years of mass layoffs throughout every industry. Kingston felt these layoffs, and Keys continued to expand their services to support the community.
We'd had an open house in our Employment Resource Center one day, and this was in the 90s. And 3 HR people came from the local hospitals, KGH, Hotel Dieu, and St. Mary's at the time. And they said, there's some cuts to healthcare coming. Can you help us run an employment counseling center for the 3 hospitals? And we did.
The transition after we established the Health Sector Transition Center here in Kingston got us more involved. There was a Labor Adjustment Council in Kingston that we took over in the late 1990s. And from that labor adjustment work really was the establishment of much of what we started to do in the Gananoque community.
The 90s were also a time of incredible creativity. Unique programs and services were developed within Keys, both in Kingston and internationally.
When I was 15, I joined Keys for a summer project called Against the Wall, where they took a bunch of kids in high school and got us to write, direct, produce, do the lighting, and of course act in a play that was produced at the Baby Grant Theatre.
We also did a documentary on what Kingston youth think. We did a music video that was written, produced, directed by youth in this community. And so it was those types of endeavors that we became involved in, believing that the young people in this community could do much more than they had in the past, and therefore provide new and creative ways for their expression, for them to be who they are.
With the new millennium came even more new opportunities.
2 things happened in the early 2000s that had a significant impact in Kingston. One was the kind of permanent expansion into Gananoque and the Leeds and Grenville area, both in 2002 and then up into the Elgin area in 2010. I think another very significant event happened in about 2005 with Keys taking over the programs and services of the Kingston Area School to Employment Council. One of their programs was the LINK program, Language Instruction for Newcomers to Canada, and that ESL program became a cornerstone of Keys programs and services since then.
The way I used to get nervous before, it would really be hard for me even to have a conversation like this. It has really built me up, give me self-confidence and how to deal with teamwork, interculture, how to manage stress.
In 2015, we applied to be a refugee assistance program center to respond to the Syrian crisis, and we did receive 1 year of funding.
We work with people from the day they arrive in Canada. And these are folks who have been forced from their homes, have been looking for a new home, sometimes for years, waiting to find a place that will welcome and provide opportunity. And we kind of get to be the face of that new opportunity.
Once I moved to Kingston, I found somebody from Keys waiting for me. He had the hotel, furniture, and food, everything ready for me. I was happy with that service because like I arrived at midnight, and without that I wouldn't know how to do stuff.
And today it's a permanent program in Kingston and one of the biggest initiatives at Keys.
Keys has gone from 3 to over 100 employees in 40 years and has changed the lives of thousands.
Any business can look to Keys, as a kind of benchmark and say, this is perfect workplace because we have 28 languages here spoken by staff. People are working, with different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different genders, and they all feel welcomed, all feel included.
In a gentle way, you can shake the world. And that's what I think Michael has done, and I think it's what Keys has done in a lovely, quiet, yet formidable way that has, as I said, changed many people's lives, but changed this community.
As a newcomer, I had a thought and belief that even though I do have a master's degree in business administration from Ukraine, I saw that here my max is working just like in a retail shop because in Canada, like Ukrainian master's degree doesn't matter anything. But when I met Nancy, she was like, no, we'll find you the best job that you can have.
We're never going to lose that human touch. Employment can change lives, it does, we see it all the time, but people are still more than a job.
Hiring the right characters is not about software. It is about matching people by other good humans that understand your business and want you to be successful.
There are so many people to thank in terms of getting us to where we are today. I want to thank the staff, this incredible group of people who have given a great part of their life to Keys. I want to thank the people who have used our service for trusting us and coming in and using the services. I want to thank the employers who have, again, taken advantage of what we have to offer and, again, supported those who are coming in our door. I also want to thank funders who have shown faith in us and have repeatedly provided us with some of the financial support we've needed to do what we do. I want to thank the volunteers, our board of directors, who again have given a part of their life to this organization. I want to thank the community for its support over all of these years. Thank you.